Hey YouTube, St. Frank here. Today I'm going to be doing the part 3 of this 168 card Pokemon bulk order. I sent this in, it was around September 2020, so it took them a little bit over a year, but they're back. And this has been, okay, so here's kind of the story of the how it's gone so far. This is the 10s, very small pile. 9s, we have a lone 8.5. Let me find Captain Pikachu. I don't know where he went. I was going to have Captain Pikachu block other 8.5. But there's the 8s, 7, and some 6s. So, yeah, that kind of tells the story of how things are going in this order. But I'm actually glad that this grader is the one that graded this order, because I would not want him, this particular grader, to be grading some of my more important orders. This is mostly stuff for my own collection. Some cards that I've had in my binders for many years. So they probably weren't, the grades aren't as important to me as just getting them slabbed. So it's just when you get the modern new stuff and they still don't want to give you good grades, that's when it really gets annoying. But this older stuff, I understand. I mean, it's been in binders for years. They're not going to be 10s. Alright, so and over here, guys, you'll see, like, up here will be, like, the PSA pop reports. Like, let's say this gets a PSA 8. It'll say PSA 8 pop, whatever. And then that means that's how many of these PSA 8s of this card are around. And then down here will be, like, recent sales data. So let's go ahead and get into it. So, you know, this might be a Burning Shadows card, because it seems like it has a little bit of a lip around the edge of the card. There's definitely some whitening in that upper corner. So without even looking at the card, I'm going to guess this is from Burning Shadows. Burning Shadows. That's the Burning Shadows cut area, by the way, guys. It's a Noivern GX Rainbow Rare. I don't know why I would have even sent this in with the cutting error, but I did, so I'm asking for a bad grade on this. It's even off-center, so I'm going to guess an 8. Actually, I'll guess 7. Yep, PSA 7. Yeah. It was very, excuse me, very foolish of me to even send that in. But today, I'm smarter on what I pick out. Now I can't send stuff because PSA is shut down for the cheaper submissions. And by the way, it cost me $9 per card to grade these back then. A steal compared to nowadays. And then I did not get any upcharges, which really, there's not a card out here that should have gotten an upcharge. These are more lower end cards, I'd say. Now the back looks amazing. Maybe, nah, I'm not going to say it's off center, because it's the top and bottom are thicker than the sides normally. Ooh, Capture Energy from Darkness Ablaze. See, Darkness Ablaze is a rock solid quality set. A lot of cards you get from that are going to be PSA 10s. This has to be a 10. Wow. A PSA 8 on a card that is perfect. See, this is the part that really irritates me. Is why would this get an 8? Like, what are the parameters to take a card that's pretty much dead on perfect and decide, we're going to give this card an 8 today? It just boggles the mind from these greater to greater inconsistencies. That one, the back looks perfect on this. Well, this one too. Misty's Determination. I remember when I got this thinking this would be an easy 10. So did we get, this is from Evolutions, a 9, of course. Yeah, I have no clue why this would have a 9. The centering is spot on. No whitening anywhere. Centering on the back is good. Alright, this card is definitely thinner on this side. The top and bottom centering is okay. The corners, and there's a little bit of whitening on the edge up there. Glaceon EX. That's definitely thick on this side. I'm going to guess it's probably got an 8 because the centering is not that good. That one got the 9. Like, are you telling me these are the exact same grade of cards? It just doesn't make any sense. Or this is a worse grade card than this? Like, bizarre. Alright, this card, I mean, it looks perfect from the back. Centering and everything looks perfect. Espeon GX. It's from Sun and Moon. To me, it's a weak 10 because it looks a little bit thicker on the bottom. But I bet you it's probably a 9, 8. Wow. Well, this makes me never want to send cards in a PSA. Especially when, I mean, at least when I sent these in, it was $9 a card. Can you imagine getting hosed on grades? Who knows how, like, say PSA opens up and it's $40 or $50 a card. Can you imagine getting hosed card after card on a big order because some grader decides they're going to grade everything really tough? I can't imagine it. It makes me decide no more sending cards off to get graded. I mean, just crazy. I mean, it just does not make any sense at all. Centering on this looks perfect. The edges look clean. No whitening. Man, it pains me that I sent these on this order because I love these tag team alternate art cards, and I know I'm gonna get hosed on these. I just know it. This is looks like a slam dunk 10. Oh, we did get the 10. Jeez, thank goodness. That one's definitely going into the collection, and that's only the 4th PSA 10 in this whole order. Okay, this one, back looks perfect, centering's perfect. Eternatus V. I think this might have been this was a promo. It is a little bit thicker on the top than the bottom, but it still looks, I think it could get a 10. I did get the 10. Wow. Okay, that's a nice one to have as a 10. I bet you not many of those got sent in, so. Okay, a little 10 rally going here. Let's keep it going. Maybe this grader got these bad grades out of the system. I doubt it. Back of this one looks really good. Centering looks nice. Eternatus VMAX. Now VMAX cards, it seems like they are not that tough to grade. I think the centering looks good. To me, this is an easy 10. A 7. Wow. How is this a 7? This is just maddening. It's like, are you drawing numbers out of a hat? Like, I'm sorry, guys. I usually don't let myself get this frustrated on a video, but man almighty. Okay, this one's thicker on top. The edges all look really good. It just is a little bit thicker on top. A Mew V. This is from Darkness Ablaze. I did get a 10 of this already, so I hope I get another one because I would be able to sell off one to help pay for this order. 9. Well, maybe I'll get my grading feedback out of a 9 of a Mew V card. This one, a little bit of white on tips on these upper edges. A little bit thicker on top. The Mewtwo Evolutions Reverse Holo. I definitely would never expect this grader to give me a 10 on an Evolutions. It probably, even if he's looking at one, he won't give it out, is my guess. Some of these guys, they just, if it says Evolutions on like the the reverse hollows or regular hollows, they just will not give out 10s. This looks like a 10 to me. 7. Yeah, I just have no clue. I wish I could know the name of this grader and kind of discuss what was he thinking on some of these grades. I really wish they would disclose that, but they don't. There's definitely some wear on these bottom edges. One right there, and this is the Me Too Cracked Ice. It's off center. I'm guessing it's probably an 8. Yep, PSA 8. I'm sure there's nicer ones out there that have gotten worse grades. This one, I do see a little bit of a white in that corner there. Definitely thicker on top. The Mew, I remember looking at this, I did not see the printing line. So this grader is not going to give me a 10, I'm sure, but this one, oh yeah, there is a printing line. I see it right there. It's just harder to see, but there is one on there. So the highest possible grade could be that this could get is a 9. It did get the 9, so at least it got the highest it could get. Alright, this one. These guys are probably so sick of looking at Hidden Fates and Evolutions cards right now. As many of those that have been getting sent in. It's going to be tough to get good grades, guys. Just because I guarantee you when they see it, they're automatically not in a good mood. The back of this looks perfect. Oh, it's a Mew reverse hollow, man. Why did I send this on this order? This looks like a 10 to me, guys. A 9. They're just not going to give a 10 on something like that. This one, definitely some wear on all those corners. I'm surprised I sent this in. This must be a vintage card. Oh yeah, I remember this one. This is an Evolution Charizard, but it definitely had wear. A lot of wear on the card. Scratches on the hollow. I think this is probably a 6. I don't think they can give it a 5. I mean, there's some kind of indentation on the card. It's a rough Evolution Charizard, so I'm guessing a 6. And it did get a 5. Unbelievable. Like, every time I guess a grade, it's going to be worse than even my worst case guess. the grade is getting beat. So I wonder if there's any PSA 5s of that card in existence. Jeez. This one. Do you ever feel like if you sent cards in a PSA, do you ever feel like you're getting punished by the PSA because they're ticked off that you sent in a bunch of cards to get graded? I'm getting that feeling right now. All right, so these two corners up here definitely have a white spot. Pikachu reverse hollow. Love this card. This one, no matter what grades, I'm going to be keeping it in my collection. I think, to me, it could be a 10, but they won't give me a 10. It got a 9. Very cool. Goes in my Pikachu collection. This one, we got whitening on these two corners. Quite a bit, so this is not going to be a good grade. Ooh, this is a Garchomp promo. Garchomp level X. This came out of a 10, so it's going to have little pinch marks from the 10. Looks pretty solid, though. I'm going to guess it might have got an 8. Yeah, got a 7. See, every time I guess, I'm guessing one grade too high on these. All right, we'll go on to the next box. Like, all I want from PSA is just grade fair. You don't have to give me 10s on everything. If a card is a PSA 9, give me a 9. If a card is a PSA 1, give me a 1. If a card is PSA 10, give me the 10. Don't give me some lower grade because you're having a bad day. Or you're like, this guy sent in a bunch of cards that I don't like looking at. I'm going to give them bad grades. Like, you almost get the feeling that happens sometimes. This one, definitely some edge wear in those caddy corners there, but the centering looks pretty good. The Gardevoir from Radiant Collection. This is the only one of these I'll ever be sending in. I just wanted to have it for the collection. I think it's cool. Can we get a 9? Got the 8. This one, a little bit of white tip on that, on this corner up there, but the back really looks good. Meloetta EX full art. This is Radiant Collection. This is the Legendary Treasures Radiant Collection. That's why it's got this really sparkly hollow. This looks like a 9, at least 8. Every time. It's like they get their parameters down and then take one grade away. Back, this one looks really good. Little white tip on that corner. The Gardevoir EX full art. Now this one is from Generations Radiant Collection. I think the best this one could get is a 9. And it did get the 9. So that one was graded fair. A lot of wear on that bottom corner and that one. Shaman EX. This is the Legendary Treasures Radiant Collection. Definitely thicker on top. I'm guessing this probably got an 8 because of the edge wear and that centering. Hey, it did get the 8. I was almost preparing myself for a 7 on that. Alright, this one. Definitely a pretty big white tip on that corner. And then a little small ones in the other corners. The Pikachu. It'd be too much for me to ask for a 9 out of this, right? I would really want it. This is going into my Pikachu collection. I'm guessing it's probably an 8 though. Yep, PSA 8. Yeah, that's probably fair. This card, definitely a white tip there. A little bit on that corner. A little bit up there. Meloetta EX. Legendary Treasures Radiant Collection. Centering looks pretty good. I think this could get a 9. 8. Of course. It is an 8. Alright, next card. Moving on. This is, I bet you this is another Radiant Collection card. A little bit of white tips on those two corners. Flareon EX. This is the Generations Radiant Collection. I don't see scratches anywhere. That to me looks like a solid 9. Yeah, PSA 9. This grader must not like this hollow pattern. But then again, these cards are another like 3 years older than the Generations Radiant Collection cards. There's definitely edge wear on these corners. Venusaur EX. I love this card. I did finally get one as a 9. If you watch my previous PSA submissions. So if this gets an 8, I'm cool with it. It definitely has wear on the edges there, on the corners. A 7. I didn't know about a 7, but yeah, it's like one grade too harsh. That should be an 8. And we'll do one more before we go to the next part. This one, definitely thicker on top. Got some whitening on these bottom corners. So this is definitely not a 10 for sure. I'm guessing those bottom corners, this grader would probably give us an 8. Looks like a 9 from the front though. Yep, PSA 8. Alright, so Mega Rayquaza EX with the PSA 8. And that'll do it for this part. Go lick my wounds and do the next part. Alright, stay tuned for more videos later.